Okay, I am continuing my reading of the standard works, and in this series, what I am doing is reading the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in chronological order according to events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I go along. Right now, I am still in Genesis. This will be chapter 46. The Lord sends Jacob and his family of 70 souls to Egypt. The generations of Jacob are set forth. Joseph meets Jacob. Okay. And Israel took his journey with all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and offered sacrifices unto the God of his father Isaac. And God spake unto Israel in the visions of the night, and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here am I. And he said, I am God, the God of thy father. Fear not to go down into Egypt, for I will there make of thee a great nation. I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will also surely bring thee up again. And Joseph shall put his hand upon thine eyes. And Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob their father, and their little ones, and their wives, in the wagons which Pharaoh had sent to carry him. And they took their cattle and their goods which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came into Egypt, Jacob and all his seed with him, his sons and his sons' sons with him, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his seed brought he with him into Egypt. Okay, so I like this. Jacob, first of all, they tell him to come down. They say Joseph's here, and he's willing to go, but he does first, before he goes. He goes to Beersheba, makes sacrifices and prays. He wants to make sure that this is what he's supposed to be doing. He always goes to God in everything he does. And God says, yep, you go ahead and everything will be okay. And then he says, okay. And they head out. So now we're going to get a long genealogy here. So, well, not a long genealogy, but we're going to get a lot of names. Verse 8. And these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Jacob and his sons, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and the sons of Reuben, Hanok and Phalu and Hezron and Carmi, and the sons of Simeon, Jemuel and Jamin and Ohad, and Jachin and Zohar and Shaul, the son of a Canaanitish woman, and the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. And the sons of Judah, and Onan, and Shelah, and Pharez, and Zerah. But and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Pharez were Hezron and Hamul. And the sons of Issachar, Tola, and Phuvah, and Job, and Shimron. And the sons of Zebulun, Sered, and Elon, and Jaleel. These be the sons of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob in Padan Aram, with his daughter Dinah. All the souls of his sons and his daughters were 33. And the sons of Gad, Ziphion, and Haggai, and Shuni, and Esbon, and Uri, and Erodi, and Areli. And the sons of Asher, Jimnah, and Ashua, and Isui, and Beriah, and Sarah their sister. And the sons of Beriah, Heber, and Malchiel. These are the sons of Zilpah, whom Laban gave to Leah his daughter, and these she bare unto Jacob, even 16 souls. The sons of Rachel, Jacob's wife, Joseph and Benjamin. And unto Joseph in the land of Egypt were born Manasseh and Ephraim, which Aseneth, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, bare unto him. And the sons of Benjamin were Bela, and Becher, and Ashbel, Gera, and Naaman, Ehi, and Rosh, Mupim, and Hupim, and Ard. These are the sons of Rachel, which were born to Jacob. All the souls were 14. And the sons of Dan were Hushim, and the sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, and Guni, and Jezer, and Shillem. These are the sons of Bilhah, which Laban gave unto Rachel his daughter. And she bare these unto Jacob. All the souls were 7. All the souls that came with Jacob into Egypt, which came out of his loins, besides Jacob's sons wives, all the souls were 66. And the sons of Joseph, which were born him in Egypt, were 2 souls. All the souls of the house of Jacob, which came into Egypt, were 70. So, 70 people of his family, not counting the wives of his sons, and not counting his servants, not counting all these people. He brought all of them down with him, but his family, his direct descendants, were 70 souls, counting him too, it seems to me. So he probably came down with several hundred people total, all the servants. These guys, the patriarchs, were heads of great households. Abraham had 300 soldiers in his house, besides his other servants. Isaac inherited that. Jacob inherited that. These guys probably had close to 1,000 people coming down into Egypt at this time. Some of them were descendants of Canaan. We remember Judah's 3 older sons were the sons of a Canaanitish woman, and we read that Simeon, right? Was it Simeon? Yeah, Simeon also had a son by a Canaanitish woman. So there is some of the blood of the Canaanites in this group as they come into Egypt. But there were a lot of people here. So, verse 28. And he sent Judah before him unto Joseph, to direct his face unto Goshen. And they came into the land of Goshen. And Joseph made ready his chariot, and went up to meet Israel his father to Goshen, and presented himself unto him. And he fell on his neck, and wept on his neck a good while. And Israel said unto Joseph, Now let me die, since I have seen thy face, because thou art yet alive. And Joseph said unto his brethren, and unto his father's house, I will go up and shew Pharaoh, and say unto him, My brethren and my father's house, which were in the land of Canaan, are come unto me. And the men are shepherds, for their trade hath been to feed cattle. And they have brought their flocks and their herds, and all that they have. And it shall come to pass, when Pharaoh shall call you, and shall say, What is your occupation? That ye shall say, Thy servant's trade hath been about cattle from our youth, even until now, both we and also our fathers, that ye may dwell in the land of Goshen, for every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians. Now, I don't want to take too much time. It's pretty straightforward, Jacob gets his whole company going, but he sends Judah on ahead to prepare things for his arrival. This is a fairly common thing to do when you're on a long trip with a lot of people. You want to get things ready. Judah goes along. Joseph comes and joins them. Great emotional family reunion. And then he warns them, says, okay, we're going to give you the land of Goshen. The way this is going to work is you are going to tell Pharaoh that you're all shepherds. And that way he'll give you Goshen, because Goshen was separate from the rest of Egypt. It was a different land. It was part of Egypt. It was owned by Egypt. But it was a land for grazing. The Egyptians, in their arrogance, they didn't like shepherds. They didn't like being associated with that. And this is coming through again, I mentioned before, the Hyksos people, the Semitic dynasty that kind of insinuated itself and took over Egypt for a period. They're the ones that we're talking about. They don't like the shepherds. They don't eat with the Hebrews. These are Semitic people who have come out of the other Semitic tribes and have taken over Egypt and are saying, we don't like the other Semitic peoples. The Hebrews, we don't like them. We don't eat with them. The Hebrews are all shepherds. We don't like shepherds. But in order to secure the land of Goshen, they say that they're shepherds, and then Pharaoh will say, oh, well, if you're shepherds, we can't have you come into the rest of Egypt. You got to stay over there in Goshen. We'll give you Goshen because you're Joseph's family, and we like Joseph. But we can't have you mixing with the rest of the Egyptians because you're shepherds. And that's the plan. And we'll see that it works out fairly nicely, at least for a while. So, and I will talk to you in the next one.